Futures trading is risky and can result in substantial financial loss.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to Short Term Trading Live with Oscar's weekend webinar. It's the weekend webinar ending 11/16/07. And you know, traders, I gotta say, I never really know exactly what I'm gonna do these webinars about. I sit and look at dozens and dozens of charts, and something just jumps out at me. And I couldn't get away from a topic that came up over and over and over again. The head and shoulders formation. I'll show you some charts in a few moments. It just wouldn't stop. It just kept looking at me. Head and shoulders, head and shoulders, head and shoulders. And I said, you know what? I better print them and put them on the board because it's a pretty exciting thing. And wait until you see it. There's also our trademark Omni Trading Camp, Omni, what do we call it these days?
Trading Academy.
Our Omni Trading Academy mirror image formation. It's something that you'll never see anywhere else. And that's another really, really solid indicator. And when you see it, you can count on where the market will likely go for the next few days, and sometimes it gets extended. And there's a fantastic mirror image showing up in the NASDAQ Daily Bar December, and I'm going to show you that. Couple of other things, or at least one other thing for sure. I have a letter I'd like to read from you traders. One of the main reasons why I started this Trading Academy was to help traders, to help them get their emotions out of trading, to teach them technical analysis, and to help them learn how to spot trades for themselves. And better than that, to learn how to do this as a career, to preserve their money, to learn risk management techniques, and to figure out how to be a trader for life. And I have a fantastic letter I'd like to read from you. It's from one of our Omniacs, and any of the Omniacs who come to my Trading Academy and hang out with us during the day, they will understand the context of this letter. I'm going to read this letter to you now because letters like this are what keep me going 20 hours a day to present my Trading Academy and these videos and everything about our Omni universe for you traders to learn from. Let me read you this letter. It's a really nice letter. Okay. Water. Starts out, Mike Iverson. Mike, you know who you are. Thank you so much for this letter. Thank you for your participation every day. And you are becoming a really good trader, and you're becoming a good analyst, and you're learning how to take a punch when the punch comes at you. And that's one of the biggest things that you really need to know in this industry, how to take a loss like a man and get back up and continue trading. So here's Mike's letter. Dear Oscar, I would like to say thank you for taking me in and teaching me about the trading world and reading charts. I have been less active lately because my money in my account has depleted from X amount of dollars down to X amount of dollars. So I have had to start working on doing homework, on doing home loans and real estate, and that's been a big time consumer. However, I had no choice since I invested X amount of dollars into trading, and this was my last-ditch effort into getting out of the situation I've put myself with the real estate. Goes on to say, it seems that I get into bad trades and miss the winning trades. I have been more careful on picking entry points and what trades I'm willing to take. This is working a little bit, but I still seem to lose small and win. I still seem to lose big and win small. Either way, my account is still depleting. I would like to be like you and throw more contracts on when the market goes against us, but when I did that, it really hurt getting stopped out. I guess I'm confused on when to add a contract and when exactly to place my stops and where to place my stops as well. I wish I could give you my money and let you place the trades for me and see what happens at the end of each month. You have really been an inspiration to me, and the X amount of dollars I've invested into trading has been worth every penny, even if I lose it all. Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you. I have learned so much about how I am emotionally attached to my money and what happens to me when I'm in a losing trade. My first losing trade, I felt like as if someone punched me in the gut, and then my next losing trades, I felt numb and hopeless. Now, I know exactly how much I can lose, and it is easier but I still get butterflies, and I feel sick when I hear my order get filled, and you hear that bell ring when the order gets filled on your electronic platform, and my money is on the line. I really appreciate you sharing your concern for each and every one of your traders at the site. You are a true giver, Oscar, and I don't understand why your premium room is not jam-packed every day. Oh well, it's their loss. Thank you for your support and continuous patience with me. Mike Iverson. Well, Mike, I have nothing but patience for a trader like you, and you write a letter to me like this, and I'll go from working 20 hours a day to 24 hours a day. I love getting letters like this because it means I'm helping somebody. And that's what this Trading Academy has been about since it started. So, Mike, I am so glad to hear that. And again, if you learned how to take a loss, that is the best lesson that you can begin to learn as a beginning trader. Not to take it personally, not to say, oh, what have I done wrong? Take the loss, figure out how come maybe your stop might have been a little too close, and go on to the next trade. So very good, Mike. Round of applause for Mike Iverson. You are a fantastic man, Mike. You stay at my site. You come to my academy every day, and I will help you get better and better at this. And reading the analysis is the best way that you can get there. And with that in mind, the head and shoulders formations I'm about to show you is absolutely going to paint the picture for what will likely happen next. So let's go to the charts, and let's see what I got to show you. Okay, traders, what you're looking at here is the daily December NASDAQ bar chart. The first thing we're going to look at is a mirror image formation. The mirror image formation is usually 3 parts like you see here. Leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. Then if on the next day you settle lower than the mirror image, or the first day that you settle lower than the mirror image, it shows the direction to come. Conversely, if you had a mirror image here and you settled above it, you would rally. This one settled below, and look at the consequential break that we had after that. Now we have a mirror image forming right here. Leg 1 and leg 2 is in. On Monday, we're going to get leg 3. Leg 3 will set the direction for the next at least 2 days, but sometimes you get 3 or 4, sometimes you get a week. But you can almost guarantee yourself 1, 2 trading days in the direction when the market comes out of the mirror image. That's NASDAQ. Let's see where it's going to go. I have a couple of head and shoulders charts to show you next, which may actually tell us what the mirror image, the direction of the mirror image coming in the next day. So let's take a look. This is a head and shoulders formation. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and then the drop that comes after it. It's an upright head and shoulders. When you have an upright head and shoulders, the drop is down. If you had a head and shoulders like this, the move would be up when it comes out of the head and shoulders. So we had one here, and then the market broke. And we had a major rally, and we put in a shoulder, a head, and the next shoulder never developed. The market cracked. Now we have a mirror image. This is the same 2 parts of that mirror image right here. And if it's an upwards mirror image, we're likely going to move up and build the next shoulder. So I expect the market likely to follow the mirror image. If it's bullish, we're going up a bit for a few days to build the shoulder. Head and shoulders have popped up all over the place in the indice markets. Take a look at this next chart. By the way, before I change the chart, more interesting than that, it could be a shoulder, a head, and a major shoulder to be built over here. So it's very interesting what's going on. Watch the next chart. You'll see what I mean. Okay, traders, again, head and shoulders, head and shoulders. This is the Dow Jones cash chart. You had a head and shoulders formation and then the break. A rally, a head and shoulders formation, and then the break. But look how interesting. This is an actual shoulder on its own. Here is a head. So you had a head and shoulders within the shoulder. You have a head and shoulders within the head. And now we're going up to build the right shoulder. NASDAQ's got a mirror image that looks like it may be pointing up. You got a head and shoulder, or a shoulder of a head and shoulders formation that's going to need to be filled in here somehow. And then after that, think of how large of a break we could have. Look at the size of the head and shoulders formations here. So another chart, another indice market that's showing head and shoulders formations. So if the NASDAQ turns out to be a bullish mirror image, it gives us the goose that we're going to need to get the market up here. and finish off the major head and shoulders formation. Let's look further. Another head and shoulders formation. What you're looking at here is the December S&P chart. Shoulder, head, shoulder. This shoulder on the right has not been completed. After a few moves up and down and up and down, this shoulder will be completed. Then we can do our projection and see just how low we're going to go. We've also been under the 200-day moving average for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days now. And you know me, traders, anyone that follows my analysis, 2 settlements below a 200-day moving average, and I start getting bearish. 2 settlements above, and I start looking bullish. We've got 7 settlements below, which means we'll likely stay below that average and finish off this shoulder. Another indice market calling for the head and shoulders formation. It's an upright head and shoulders. That is pointing to this market eventually having another big downturn. Wow. Let's look at the next one. The Russell Daily December bar. Shoulder, head, right shoulder's already forming, but you also had a head and shoulders right here within the head. These head and shoulders just won't stop. I think I need dandruff shampoo for these markets. It just won't go away. Head and shoulders like crazy. So now we have another shoulder that's in the Emini Russell. The Emini Russell. And I have a feeling all we're going to do is work up here a little bit. And like the other indice markets, then we'll make our projection and see just how low we're going to go. Let's look at the next chart. Okay, traders, here is another chart I have shown you in a couple of other videos. This is the wheat daily December bar, head and shoulders formation. We did this projection and drew this line way before the market ever completed this shoulder. And look at what's happened. It's almost come right down to the projection. This is what happens when you come out of a head and shoulders. Now think of the huge head and shoulders we have forming in all the indice markets. That means the likelihood is very, very high that we have some work to do on the downside. I said this in last night's video. I've been saying this since we've gotten under the 200-day moving average. And now with all these formations, these head and shoulders formations, leaning towards a projection to the downside, and the fact that bonds have had a flight to quality, and the crude oil is through the roof, and gold is the highest we've seen it in almost 30 years, the likelihood is such that we are going to work lower, traders. Pull up your charts, take a look at this for yourself, and tell me if you don't find these same formations on your daily bar charts. Okay, traders, so you've seen the charts. You've seen those head and shoulders formations. I showed you the mirror image. That mirror image is likely going to lead us where we're going next. And everything's pointing towards up into filling that shoulder, isn't it? You know, we've been bearish as the day is long, but for the last couple of days, the S&P is getting pounded while the NASDAQ is either not going down or going up a little bit. So, or if it does go down, it's not going down nearly as much as the S&P. And I told my traders in my room today and at my Omni Academy at the site, I said, you know what? There was something wrong with this picture today. We were short. The market dropped. We bought our profit. We took our profits, got out of the market. And then I said, look, there's something going on here. NASDAQ's been up almost all day while S&P and Dow are down. It will not stay this way. We flipped and got long and caught the upside. And then the mirror image formed right at the end of the day. So that's leading me to think now we're going up to fill those shoulders I was pointing out on the charts behind me. So get ready for that, traders. Do your homework on it. Show me if you want. Shoot me out the homework that you found. Find the head and shoulders. See if you can find the mirror image and shoot it out to my email. I will certainly evaluate your homework and shoot you back a reply. Send it to Oscar@futuresanalysts.com and I will look at it for you. Traders, this is the type of technical analysis that we love to teach our traders. We love to teach our students at the Trading Academy. And if you come to our Trading Academy, you can get a membership where you can be involved in our daily analysis classes every day. I lend out my desktop so you can see it on your computer. And I put up things like I just showed you in these charts, head and shoulders, mirror images, you name it. We come up with all sorts of great indications that point us in the likely next direction. So come down to the site. It's www.livewithoscar.com and see what you can learn for yourself. You can always give us a call, traders, anytime, day or night. Number is 702-629-4755. Always do your own homework. And you know what? There's something else that we have. What is it that we have to offer, guys? We got something cool coming to the site. During the day, I have something that I've dubbed Chop Time. Chop Time is the part of the day that you should not be trading in the NASDAQ, S&P, Russell, you name it. There are parts of the day in the indice markets that you should not be trading. During that part of the day, that's when I pull up the analysis course and I try to keep all of our OmniX busy so that they stay out of the market. Granted, every now and then a trade pops up in the middle of the day that we have to take, but 99% of the time, during Chop Time, we do not trade. We sit on our hands and we stay out of the market and keep our powder dry. So when we come out of Chop Time and the market sets up, you're not jaded by a bad trade you had in the middle of the day. You got your powder dry and you're ready to take the next trade. But we've come up with something really, really cool for you traders to do during the day, and it will involve the trading of your OmniBucks. Traders, the OmniBucks, you're going to be able to make and possibly lose OmniBucks during the day. Mikey, Bob, what do we have for them?
We've got the Omni slots.
Omni slots.
Omni slots are coming your way to a theater near you. Omni slots. Wait till you see this, traders. It's really, really cool. You're going to be able to play a slot machine on our site during the day, and you'll be able to make and lose and whatever. Play around with a few OmniBucks, and don't forget, when you earn those OmniBucks, you get to redeem them for daily analysis
courses. We'll have a demo version. It'll be a demo version on Monday. So.
It's going to be a demo version on Monday, a beta version. I want all my OmniX to test it out, pull the lever as often as you can, and tell us what happens. We expect it to work well, but you never can tell. We've been testing it, and we think it's going to be fantastic. So traders, I want you to come down to the site and check it out for yourself. Don't forget, always keep your emotions out of trading. Always, always, always do your homework first. And always say this to yourselves every time you're going to trade. Say it every time you place a stop. Say it every time a market starts heading in the wrong direction. That is the best time you can possibly say it, is when your stop is about to get hit, but the market still hasn't gotten there, and the nails still getting bit. You know what I'm talking about. When that happens to you, this is what you need to say, traders. And you know what that is? Stops are in. Emotions are out.
Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided. That being said, I am a 24-year seasoned trader on and off the floors. This is how I've made my living for many, many years. Good luck trading.